I'm just here in my office. Got my brand new podcast episode coming up. And it's called the Triple Threat Podcast. And hope you enjoy. Hit the music. All right, we're back. Thank you for that ad revenue. Thank you, everybody, for coming back to the Triple Threat Podcast this week. I am your host, Matt Vaughn. And I have my two sidekicks. I have Alex Vaughn in Halifax and Will Vaughn in Vancouver. How you guys doing?
Doing swell. I guess the thing you're most proud of, though, are these books. You had 7 bookshelves built, and you read
about a book a day.
You read about a book
possible.
a day, of course. Yeah, the billionaire Warren Buffett once said, "Good God." He once said, "Good God." Yeah, when he
probably did.
Okay, it would probably. I think God's been very nice to him, actually. Billionaire Warren Buffett. I think he's doing okay. Right?
Gotta say billionaire Warren Buffett in case you're talking about baseball manager Warren Buffett or celebrated author Warren Buffett.
Are those actually 3 different people?
No, neither of those things are. That's why it's stupid. It's like being like wheelchair bound. What is his name? Stephen Hawking.
Oh my goodness! Yeah,
too soon, Matt.
Yeah,
it's a little bit mean to characterize him as just wheelchair bound. I'll admit as much, but.
Yeah. I don't know, man. If I was a billionaire, I don't want to be known as billionaire. I'd have to be billionaire Bill Vaughn, though. I'd have to change it to Bill.
That sounds like a wrestler.
Billionaire Bill Vaughn.
Billionaire Bill Vaughn.
It's like the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, could not be here this week, but instead we have someone who's 1,000 times better. Billionaire Bill Vaughn. Dollars, 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 dollars. That'd be his music. Because it'd be instead of money, money, money.
Very good.
It'd be does. Thank you. I thought it was musically. I thought it was quite harmonious.
And they kind of hit that Seinfeld beat. I get it.
I don't know how I feel about musically. It was okay. Zoosically, I don't know.
Musically, but Zoosically, I'm not sure.
I think Sarah Canning did a Seussical when she was in high school. Sarah Canning's friend of the show. I might as well mention it on the Sarah Canning News. Unfortunately, we found out that Remedy was not picked up for a 3rd season. So, Sarah Canning, of course, she'll definitely miss the show and her family there, but she's off to other things. And then that kid. I tell you what, she's like the Samurai Pizza Cats. When the big cheese knocks us down, we land upon our feet, right?
Man, that show was awesome. And Alex, did you and I have a conversation about this?
I believe so, about Samurai Pizza Cats, because that was one of the shows that was like, there's no way that was a real thing. Like, I must have, had a fever dream at one point and, embedded it into my childhood, and then you think back, like Zoobilee Zoo and stuff like that. You're like, that wasn't real.
What's Zoobilee Zoo?
Oh, Zoobilee Zoo is a show...
I
think it's from...
It's like one of those shows where I literally wouldn't even ask anybody about it, because I was positive I made it up in my head.
Because there are those things you watch when you're a kid, and then you think about it when you're older, and you're like, "Did you guys ever see the show with the thing?" And they're like, "What are you talking about? You're a psycho."
You're like, maybe I am.
There was an umbrella tree, and they hung out underneath of it.
Yeah, there's the umbrella tree.
There's this big door that had polka dots on it.
Polka dot door, yeah.
It's called Lamb Chops.
A clown took more than 10 seconds to tidy up, but she said it was 10 seconds.
Oh, Lunette.
Was I talking?
Lunette and Molly.
I think we talked
on her dolly.
I think we talked about on this show about Dr. Mysterio's patented video almanac of fun. Do you remember that? Taking that out from the library?
I do not.
No.
Really? Okay.
Don't remember.
So Ian Halen, friend of the show, he can back me up on that. That was a
videotape
videotape from the library.
Familiar.
It had little science tricks and magic tricks on it. It had this really dumb intro. It was like, it's Dr. Mysterio's patented. We definitely watched it together. You guys are all maybe too young.
Do you remember that Disney World promotional video?
Yes, with Grim grinning ghosts and walking down Main Street, USA, and gosh, what was it? We watched that video 1,000 times.
Was that just an ad for Disney World?
Oh, 100.
It was a sing-along.
100%.
Well, I mean, it was a VHS you paid for, so I don't know if it was really an ad.
Did we pay for it? I thought it was free.
That's what I wonder.
Just like how Nintendo sent us
to answer your question, no, we didn't pay for it.
We pooled our allowance money together.
Mom and the father.
The father. There was that. I'm pretty sure we got that for free because Disney World would just probably send that out every schmuck on the block, right, and be like,
Yeah,
look,
because if you spend $10 million doing that, you're probably gonna make $30 million. People coming to the park.
oh, you got some money. You got a couple bucks. We also
got some money.
Just whistle while you work.
we also have. Somebody got an email.
Nope, not me.
Oh, okay.
Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, my string. Andy's birthday party was today.
We also had that free. There was like a Donkey Kong Country VHS. I remember they sent us.
Yes.
I think it's on YouTube
yeah.
now. That was like a little 12-minute long thing. Remember when that game came out on Super and it was like, wow, 32-bit. It was like the best looking game of all time ever.
Yes.
It's all on Virtual Console right now. I should really pick that up. I still haven't picked up Donkey Kong 64 just because I can't put myself through that game again. But I have been playing Mario, and that's been tremendous fun. I also found an old controller for old N64 games on there, and I was playing Star Fox, and I actually finally got to like the final form of Andros. You know how you take that harder path up top?
Yeah, man, that's not easy. That's a friggin' Aqua World.
See, I think it was just called Aquos.
Yes,
And
yes,
Aquos, I've only played that level once because I think there's 2 levels in the Land Speeder. Most of them are in the R Wing, and there's one. I think it's called I think it's just called the Seamaster or something. But that one's incredibly hard to get to. There's one with Cat. There's one with a girl named Cat, who is actually a cat. There's a Bill.
Yeah.
There's a dog.
I want to say that if you lose Peppy at Solaris, maybe you get Cat.
Yeah, I think so. And then like Bill,
Bill shows up a couple of them there.
Yeah, Bill shows up on whatever that planet is with the giant Independence Day ship that shows up, and you got to shoot out the ports. That's a fun level because there's just so many enemies to shoot in there.
That was one of ours.
See if I help you again.
Do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel
All I
roll.
want to do.
All right. Well,
all I want to do is do a barrel roll.
You did it. And I played. You fight Star Wolf. That was a great game. Anyway, so I've been playing that.
Let you do that stuff. Sorry, I love that game.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm so glad talking about it right
take
now.
you down. Yeah, it's great. It's endlessly quotable because the really bad voice acting and very cheesy dialogue. It's
really bad.
Really bad. Yeah. Sorry, nobody won whatever the voice acting awards are. A throaty. I think they call them that.
Please tell me that's not what they call them.
A throaty? No, I don't think they call it a throaty. And I'll stop saying the word throaty. And this is the last time I say throaty. Okay.
Throaty.
So
far we still haven't. We talked about before the podcast about 8 different things we want to talk about. We still haven't got to any of them.
Don't tell people what we do before the podcast.
Yeah, we don't. What we do on the shadows of the pre-show. Most recent. Hey guys, there's Alex. You're a big UFC fan. UFC 100 and something was on Saturday. Was it 187?
Yeah, the unbelievable pheasant with a F.
What?
Cartwheel.
And you're spelling cartwheel with a C. I spell it with a K.
Oh.
Whoa.
I spell it with a CK. CKARTWHEEL. Wow. Okay, we're there.
All right. This is
all sorts of questions.
Not the spelling.
We're there.
Not the spelling. We're there. We're not the spelling podcast by any means. Or the smelling podcast.
I think that by default, I am the UFC fan of this podcast.
I would say so, but you did.
Sure.
But you didn't see the show on Saturday.
But I didn't see the show, but I know what happened. So this is a recap of what happened at UFC 187 by someone who wasn't there.
But there were 2 titles, right? There was like the middleweight.
2 titles on the line.
Yeah.
Well, originally, the main
Hardcore.
events were Chris Weidman versus Vitor Belfort.
Yes.
For the middleweight championship, and Weidman had been out for 15 months with different injuries and all that, which is a long time to be out, obviously. And the other one was Daniel Cormier against Anthony Rumble Johnson for the light heavyweight belt, of which had just been recently vacated, or not even vacated, stripped from John Bones Jones. The dude tested positive for blow, aka cocaine. That was a while ago, and he kept the title then. And then later, he was involved in a hit and run that ended up injuring a pregnant woman. And they decided that, hey, 2 wrongs don't make a title fight. So, that kind of worked.
No,
better than I thought it would.
Strip-
Yeah, that.
Did was Anthony Rumble Johnson's mother's maiden name Rumble, and he's a hyphenated name?
No. Matt, in the world of fighting, sometimes fighters are given nicknames. George Rush St. Pierre, Anthony Rumble Johnson, other ones. Matt the Hammer Hamill.
The pack, the Rumble pack.
From,
that came with Star Fox,
exactly. I don't know did it come with it?
There were some versions that were packed with the Rumble pack,
Okay.
Because it came in like a bigger box.
But we digest.
But UFC is one of those. It was a sport where really, you do kind of throw in the nickname every now, like John Bones Jones. Like it's just weird to say John Jones because that doesn't sound like it just sounds like Indiana Jones's illegitimate son. But if you say John Bones Jones, then it's Dr. Bones from SNL, the character of Drain the Loch Johnson. Yep, Drain the
Loch Johnson. That's so much like
we're going to find that
find.
monster regardless.
Damn it, we're going to do it.
Amazing. Drain the Loch.
Drain the Loch.
New nickname forever.
That's the best thing I've heard in such a long time. Sorry. That was so unintentionally hilarious.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway.
Seriousness.
Yes, seriousness.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
2 men fighting.
No, yes, 2 men fighting. Okay.
Or women.
Or women.
Or women.
Not anything wrong
Or
with that.
females. Or females.
Or ladies.
Tamales.
Ladies.
Yeah, so it was a pretty good card. That's kind of the two bigger titles, I guess. I mean, back in the day, you had such a run of George St. Pierre and Anderson Silva just kind of keeping the titles, and then John Jones kind of became that in the last couple of years. So it's kind of a shame to see him get stripped of it as he did.
Yeah.
Having said that, as soon as he comes back, he's expected to face the victor of that fight.
Oh, okay. When does he come back?
He wouldn't have a warm up. They don't know. He's got to figure this out, basically. So some people are saying he may not come back, and some people are saying that and the UFC is saying, well, if he comes back, he's first in line for a title shot, regardless of when it is.
Okay, so this is a weird sort of thing because he's not out for an injury, so it's kind of
he's not for an injury. He's just gotta because after he got tested positive for cocaine, he went to not even rehab. It's kind of like what
was it prehab?
They call it. Oh shoot! I had it, and then it said something. A treatment facility. Sorry.
Sorry, I said prehab.
No. It wasn't. It wasn't your fault. But I was like a treat, and you're like a prehab, and I was like rehab. Oh no! Oh no! I forgot a word. Oh no! Anyway, so yeah, went to a treatment facility, but only for like a week. It was kind of more for PR, I think, than anything. Just like, I'm gonna go get treated, and I'm out. I'm good. I'm better now. I just hit a woman with my car.
Fingers crossed.
And then ran away from the accident. I forgot to mention that part.
Like physical on foot?
You said he was hit and
on
run.
foot ran away.
Yeah.
Did I say hit and run?
Yeah, you call it hit and run. That kind of
Okay,
stuff.
but
I
he
guess
hit,
on foot.
he hit and stopped and then ran back to the car to get some cash and then ran again.
Yeah, Okay.
And unfortunately,
once you turn around from a hit and run, I think you're pretty much lost at that point.
Yeah.
And also, if you're like super recognizable, like a world famous UFC fighter,
oh yeah,
you're much easier to identify.
Yeah, who hit you? It's this famous guy.
It was actually Lady Gaga. I have zero doubt. Actually, Lady Gaga would be tough because she could just be like, I don't know, it's a scary looking woman in a veil.
Well, I don't think she wears a veil when she's driving. I think she quite enjoys to dress more normally. Yeah, she dresses.
Honey, she was supposed to be called
like
Lady Haha, but it auto-corrected and it just stuck.
Oh. Why would it auto-correct to Gaga? Wouldn't it do the opposite? I thought it would do the opposite. Like, she looked, gosh, I'm going to get slayed for this. She looked normal at the Oscars when she sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow, right? She had
Why would you get slayed? Because she looked normal?
Yeah.
What is Over the Rainbow, Will? Is there another rainbow or...
Double rainbow, I guess. What does it mean? It's so
Double
beautiful.
rainbow.
So
Cable car. We'll build a cable car.
Wait a second.
Is that the heritage moment?
No, it's a heritage moment.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a heritage moment. Hey,
every single line I've said today has been a heritage moment quote. You just didn't know it.
Well, they brought them back in a way, right? With a
Not
budget
only they
now?
bring them back in a way, they just made new ones.
Yes, they made new ones,
just-
but with more budget, I think. They had a couple more bucks.
Which is actually depressing to see.
Yeah, I
you're
know.
just like, can we not do this? Can we do this? A
Can
different way?
we not? Excuse me, can we not?
Like we not, guys.
But that
Just
gives me hope, right? I think they definitely shoot them all in Toronto, but I think as a Canadian actor, I think I can make it my goal to be a part of a heritage moment. I'm not sure what. Hopefully, it's like whoever welcomes like the slaves up here. I'm like, hey guys, what's up? It's me, happy-go-lucky Fred. I'll be like Brad Pitt in 12 Years a Slave. He's like, yeah, I'm from Canada, and I'll help you out. You know
Is he
what
from Canada in that movie?
Canada.
in the movie? Yeah,
Oh, eh?
I rewatched World War Z this week, and the movie ends in Nova Scotia.
Oh,
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Nova Scotia is still around.
I'm over it.
In World War Z. Hey, they're making a sequel, aren't they? Ain't they? Aren't they?
Yeah,
World War F.
Actually, World War Z wouldn't be good because there'd just be everybody fighting over a drug.
Man, I was gonna say a sequel joke. Crap. Anyway, sorry.
Now I feel bad that I did it because I feel like it's a lesser joke.
Yes. Hey.
Hey.
You're lucky this is over the phone. So, Alex, what I want you
I'm on my phone right now.
to continue. Shut up! I want you to continue on your. I'm talking about.
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Talk about UFC, man.
John Paul Jones.
John Paul Jones,
not the bassist from Led Zeppelin or them Crooked Vultures.
Okay.
Talking about John.
So there's two titles on the line. So I don't know what order we're winning. I think that Weidman faced Vitor Belfort first, and Vitor Belfort has been, kind of a mainstay in UFC and MMA for a long time, but more of a controversial figure now. As I think I may have discussed on this podcast, he does TRT, which is testosterone replacement therapy, because he has really low testosterone levels. So that's not illegal by any type of athletic commission, because all the UFC things are run by athletic state commissions.
Yeah. Like Nevada.
In Nevada or wherever the fight happens to be. So if they have a fight in Texas,
why they don't.
Obviously.
That's why they can't fight in New York, right?
New York, it's straight up illegal.
Yeah, that's why they don't fight there. Okay.
The only state where it's illegal.
Yeah,
Insanity.
Yeah.
Vinsanity. It was illegal in Ontario for a bit too, and then they had that fight at Rogers Center after they unleashed that. So. So anyway, Vitor is kind of a paralyzing figure because he does do testosterone replacement therapy. Most pro athletes who require testosterone replacement therapy need it because they did steroids at one point.
Okay, so it's a little suspect.
Now their bodies kind of stopped manufacturing those hormones. It's kind of like if you use, for lack of a better example, it's like if you use lip chap a lot, your body will just stop kind of hydrating your lips. So just be like, no, you get this. I'm just gonna chill.
Yeah.
So the less you use it, you kind of have to wean yourself off it. So anyway, he's always kind of been a paralyzing figure, and people are wondering if they should look into not allowing people with testosterone replacement therapy to actually fight. Having said that, he's still a very, very solid fighter, and was coming up against Chris Weidman, who was off 15 months. And so the fight actually ended in the first round. Vitor Belfort bled him up real good. Kind of got some good licks in, and then Weidman ended up rebounding. He put the mount on Vitor and ended up stopping him, I think, in the first 3 minutes.
Whoa. Yeah, because it'd be a 5-minute round, right? Cause it's
exactly, yeah. It's 5-minute rounds for a title fight or a regular main event with a non-title fight.
Oh, okay.
And then in the other match, so Weidman retained off of what was a pretty exciting 3-minute fight. And then Daniel Cormier stopped Anthony Rumble Johnson in the third round with a rear naked choke. And so Johnson is one of those guys. He's very large for his weight class, and that also he can look like a world beater very easily. Like he can just absolutely destroy guys. He did to Alexander Gustafsson, but he doesn't have much of a tank for endurance, so he can destroy you in the first round, or he can he'll fade in the first couple minutes of the second, and then by the third he has no energy left.
So if you get out of the first 2 rounds, then
if you get out of the first 2 rounds, you're good. I mean, it used to be that with BJ Penn, like he would just swarm you. Vitor was kind of like that a bit too. And it's just, and then if you're Daniel Cormier, who's a former Olympic wrestler, like if he takes you down and you have to try and get up from underneath him, like that's a 225-pound man laying on top of you. You trying to get up a couple times is going to tire you out, regardless of how good your endurance is.
Oh, for sure.
So Daniel Cormier won. Then the first thing he said when Joe Rogan got in the ring was, "John Jones, get your ish together because I'm coming after you."
Oh, he said a swear. Okay. Well, it's pay-per-view.
Yes, he said get your ish. Yeah. Asterisk. So yeah, we do have a new light heavyweight champion for the first time since 2011, I want to say. Jones had 7 or 8 successful title defenses in a row, which is, I would say, next to unheard of, but GSP and Anderson Silva kind of did that as well. So between welterweight, middleweight, and light heavyweight, we've kind of had a mainstay there for a while in terms of who the champions are. So new champion there, same champion at middleweight with Chris Weidman. But a pretty good card through and through. I mean, lots of stoppages, lots of exciting fights. One guy had his jaw broken on a head kick, so that's always fun.
Oh, man. Yeah. I want one of those Mortal Kombat X-ray shots where it just like zooms in and X-rays on the bones breaking. Sorry, that's something that...
we just got kicked in the face and then called the ref over and was just like, man, those Mortal Kombat cutscenes are rough.
Oh,
my God.
It's roof stuff. But yes, by the way...
I don't know what I play at Derek's place, Undisputed or Undefensible or something. But it's all like Marvel DC comic folks.
Injustice.
Injustice.
That game's awesome, man. The DC game.
It's amazing, and the cutscenes are insane.
They're
but
hilarious.
Not even close to what the... in terms of violence too,
they're over the top in a comic book way. Like Batman calls in the Batmobile and flips over it and it runs over you, or Lex Luthor will call a satellite in space and shoot you with it.
One guy punches you through the earth there and back.
I think that's interesting. Yeah, I think that's Superman. I don't remember.
No, it's
Ian's screaming right now.
It's one of the bad guys.
Yes. Injustice is sweet. Mortal Kombat. I'm going to present some audio of Ian and I playing that at Fan Expo, and we'll be airing a rematch of him and I as well, possibly in the future. But yes, there's us. We played a little demo of it at Fan Expo, and it was quite a lot of fun. The environment interactivity is fun. The guy, it's like we're playing it, and there's the guy behind us. We're playing like in a bazaar. He's like, "You can throw that old lady," It's like, all right, so throw this old lady. So it's hilarious. It's a video game, right? It's ridiculous.
If anybody's looking for examples of what we're talking about, better than us just telling you, I think that's the Clueless Gamer with Conan O'Brien, Marshawn Lynch, and
Gronk.
And Gronk, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
so it's a good
11-12
minute video of them playing that on Super Bowl week. So that's worth checking out.
And if you want to see Marshawn Lynch say more than "thank you for asking me that question," he actually has a lot to say in this thing, and he's actually pretty funny. And Gronk, of course.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how that would go.
Gronk is he's his typical frat boy self. Just a hey man, just a fun loving guy. A girl I work with saw him in Vegas at the David Guetta show, and she had a bottle.
I think it's just ghetto, Will.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. I'm a 90-year-old man. Talk about a DJ. And
David Guetta.
She had a bottle of water. He's like, "Is that water?" She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, thanks." And he just drinks the whole thing. She's like, "All right,
nice.
now you owe me a photo." So he took a photo with her. Sorry, she doesn't sound like that. She
doesn't say, "Can I have some of your water?" He says, "Is that water?" She says, "Yes." And he's like,
"Perfect. Done. That's mine now."
Down in it.
Well, he wasn't quite on the earth at that point. Let's just put it that way. Hey, UFC, that was a lot of fun. There was a. It was okay. I watched. I've been a big fan recently of the developmental territory for WWE NXT. That's been a lot of fun. I've been watching that on the WWE Network. You can get that for $11.99 a month. $2 more than the Americans. But I finally saw NXT TakeOver. So every 2 months they do like a pay-per-view. And NXT is, to me, it's kind of adorable because they do it at Full Sail University in Florida. So it's like WWE Junior, right? Because they do it in this little building, this little spot, but they have all the screens and they have it all set up for them. And like even for a pay-per-view, actually for this pay-per-view, they do more than what WWE's does for a pay-per-view set. WWE just takes the ramp away and is like, yes, this is. Remember when they used to have sets? That was great. And now they don't. They just have like the screen. It's like, hey, it's Payback, or hey, it's whatever. But NXT, they changed the set a little bit. They had like a ramp, a screen on the ramp, and they had like fancy intros for everybody, and it was really cool. And they had a really solid main event with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That was just. I mean, they do a lot of stuff physically in NXT that I don't think they can. I think they've wrestled kind of a stiffer style, maybe because a lot of those guys like Finn Balor and Hideo Itami, they all come from Japan, right? It was really good.
Finn Balor came out of Japan, but he's Irish?
Yeah, I just listened to his interview on Jericho's podcast. So he's a fellow from Ireland named Fergal Devitt, and he did all his training in Japan. Like he was a young boy in Japan, so. The way it works in Japan, if you're a young boy, is basically you're up and you're cleaning out the whole dojo and you're cleaning the streets and all that stuff, and then you train to wrestle. It's kind of how you do your chores, right? And then you do wrestling training, which includes thousands of hack squats. which is just so rough and bridging.
My favorite wrestler, Hack Squad, Jim Duggan.
Oh yeah,
That's funny. I'm partial to Drain the Loch Johnson.
hey,
Call back.
Hack
Drain
Squad,
that Loch Johnson.
Hack Squad, Jim Duggan and Drain the Loch Johnson. They fought at WrestleMania 14, I think. No, so NXT was delightful. Sami Zayn against Kevin Owens was great, and at the end, Samoa Joe comes out and faces down Kevin Owens, and that was a really, really cool moment. And unfortunately, I had spoiled for me before I watched it. I recorded the show, but at Elimination Chamber this week, it's going to be Kevin Owens against John Cena, and
That's interesting.
yeah. So Kevin Owens comes out to face down John Cena. He does his U.S. Title challenge. And John's like, look, you're new. And I was like, no, I'm not. I've been doing this for 15 years, John. I'm doing this longer than you have, which I love when they acknowledge that sort of thing. When they can acknowledge that the guys in NXT aren't necessarily new, you know, like Sammy. Like, there's something ROH does is they do a tail of the tape and they do years pro since. Like last night, there was two guys, I think it was Caprice Coleman and Michael Elgin. And Caprice Coleman's been a pro since 1998. Michael Elgin's been a pro since 2003. It's like, wow. So, yeah, like the guys in NXT, they go into developmental just to kind of learn the style. Like Rhino is there again in NXT. He's eyeing the title.
Rhino's in NXT?
Yeah, Rhino's in NXT.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Rhino's in NXT. And he looks don't mind you. He looks pretty spry for whatever his age would be. But Samoa Joe has been a pro for a long, long time, probably, close to 10 or 15 years, something like that. So I think, John Cena and Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber should be pretty good. Kevin Owens, Mark Madden put it the best. He said, Kevin Owens looks like a guy he looks like a fan who won a contest. He doesn't look like much, but heck, he's got it where it counts.
That's accurate.
He's a chunky dude with a beard and spiky hair, but he's tough as anything.
Well,
And,
the thing too is with these guys is for people like myself and Matt, if you ever watched it. But when they show up on WWE programming, I'm just like, I've never heard of this guy before in my life. So it's kind of impressive to see him come in, go after Cena right away, and then get the upper hand with the pop-up powerbomb or whatever they call that.
Yeah, pop-up powerbomb.
Yeah. Which, it's a good move.
Then he steps on the title. He actually did something awesome at TakeOver.
That got such an audible boo. That was hilarious. They're just like, yeah. And then he stepped on it. They're like, ooh.
Yeah, that was great.
Such a change in the crowd.
Great
like,
heat.
Guys.
That was great heat. He did something awesome at TakeOver, actually. He came out with John Cena's The Champ Is Here shirt. He came out with that on, and that got a good pop at NXT, and he kind of wore the NXT title around that. He's like, the champ is here, pointing at the NXT title. So, anyway, I thought that was very cool. NXT TakeOver, solid show. I'd say the network's worth it for NXT alone. That's just me. Also on the network, a bonus pay-per-view this month. You get two for the price of one. We have Elimination Chamber, which features a Intercontinental Elimination Chamber match. Actually, don't remember all the 6 people in that. Well, because Dan had to give it up, right? The only title. No,
we calling him Dan now.
Yeah, I'll call him Dan.
Amongst, we're using amongst now.
There's a Triple Threat Divas match, and there's a one-on-one title match. There's Seth against Dean for the WWE title, and there's an Intercontinental Elimination Chamber match, and if you thought that was weird, a tag team Elimination Chamber match.
How does that work?
That's going to be amazing.
You got to cram both guys into the booth, man, into the little box. And New Day was not happy about that.
Oh man, imagine just like you're the 4th team in, and one guy's in there just lighting farts up. You're just like, oh god.
There's chain on the other side.
There's chain on the other. It breathes. They're not sealed in there. It's not a hamster wheel.
You shut your whore mouth, Matt.
It's good God. Oh boy. All right, let's get off the rails real quick.
You can't drink when we record, Alex. You just can't.
It's coffee.
Yeah, put your white wine spritzer down.
Hey,
that was one time.
yeah.
So yeah, WWE's coming up.
WWE is coming up.
Shut up!
Wait,
Shaver's coming up.
Get the F out because WWE's coming in.
It's
gonna get you.
Yeah. Speaking of, I'm doing the transitions this week. A fella who's a big fan of wrestling himself. He actually came on stage in a Bret the Hitman Hart T-shirt. Ron Funches was
Ron Funches, sorry.
Yeah, Guy Fieri was there, serving up all the classics and all your favorites. No, Ron Funches at
Coming up
Yuck
this
Yucks.
week on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Sorry.
Yeah. You guys can stop all that. You guys can stop all that anytime you want. And I would suggest right now.
When
Yes.
you're looking for real deal,
Folks here in Austin know
I'm here.
Chuck's Diner.
I just love their tacos. Oh, the meat is so good here. It's unbelievable.
We're rolling out, trying to find
Matt will do the
America's-
line, but then just kind of fade off. You're like, here we go, and do.
Yeah.
In other words.
So let's check out Chuck's Chat and Chew.
Yeah.
Anyway.
This guy's the best. Stop going to places that serve chili. We get it. You like chili.
I always thought when
Just meat
when I
sauce.
heard the show's title, I was like, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Does that mean he'll, like, every week he'll go to at least one restaurant and he's like, wow, this place kind of sucks. It's a dive. And then he never did, and I was just
Use
like,
that
He
Yeah.
rates him at the end. This
Yeah.
one's a diner. This one's a drive-in. And that place is a dive. Don't ever go there. I have horrible diarrhea.
I'd like to see him and Gordon Ramsay switch places on one April Fool's Day. Ramsay should be like, I'm here at this place, and it's bloody awful. It's dirty. I don't like it. And Guy Fieri's
William Regal's going to do it?
Yeah. Dude, William Regal came out for the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens main event because he's like the NXT commissioner, and he got one of the biggest pops of the night because Kevin Owens is going nuts, right? Destroying Sami Zayn, slamming him all over the place. Refs
From a
can't,
shoulder injury from the Cena fight?
yeah. Refs can't pull him off, so William Regal comes out and he yells in his face, and Kevin Owens ignores him, so he puts him in like this like very old school like tooth lock or something. He wraps his hands inside his mouth, and Kevin Owens headbutts him away and gets huge heat for that. That was great. Anyway,
So great, my man.
Ron Funches. Shut up, Jimmy. Ron Funches at Yuck Yucks. He was delightful. He did a couple of nights here, and he did a bit about wrestling, talking about how people are like, wrestling's not real. He's like, what kind of psycho would I have to be to want it to be real? It's like people have minor disagreements and they body slam each other. Like, he's like, it's like, that show's not real. It's like, what, the show with the fireworks and the pageantry and the guy who has a snake that he carries around in a bag that bites people, but it doesn't work on the Undertaker because he doesn't have any blood. You're telling me that that's not real? He was delightful. He's got such an interesting act. I think he tells about 5 jokes in a night, but it goes, within like a 45-minute set just because his pacing is he has very deliberate pacing. And he tore apart a guy in the front row wearing a Biggie shirt. He's like, why do you like him? He's a horrible person. It's like, yeah, he's a hip-hop pioneer. He's like, yeah, he's the first guy to shoot people for cocaine, sure.
I wasn't sure if you meant Biggie or Biggie.
Biggie Langston of New Day. Yeah, that's what I meant. Just talk about wrestling all day. Anyway, so Ron Funches, if he's in your hood, and that's slang for neighborhood. If he's
Well, it's just short, really.
yes. If it's a what? It's short.
It's just
Yeah,
it's just
hood.
a shorter
You
way of
just,
saying
You just get rid of
neighborhood.
neighbor and you get hood. That's the etymology.
Oh no, we're talking about insects.
Nope, that's not what that word
That's
means.
not what that means.
Oh, I didn't know you were talking about aphids.
Hey, acting. Hey, acting.
Oh.
No, it's a joke.
Hey, tough acting to acting.
Boom. Boom. Quick popcorn popper. I haven't seen any of the NBA playoffs, but it sounds very exciting. Looks like
National
we're
Basketball Association.
the National Basketball Association, home to the best players in the world. The best players in the world. Anyway, that's from Space Jam.
Whoa, someone's killing somebody? Let me see. Hey, I can go with Space Jam all day.
Oh, man. I was doing...
You guys quoting Space Jam? Perhaps I could be of some assistance. Oh, that's what Bill Murray says when he shows up after everyone's too injured.
Da-da-da-da-da.
He's fixing a divot.
Hey, what do you guys think? Cavs and Warriors in the final? I think that.
Well, it's looking that way. I mean, the Warriors had a couple tight games against Houston and just absolutely blew them out on Saturday night. So what's interesting about this playoffs is you actually have the top 3 NBA MVP finalists still playing. So you get Steph Curry from the Golden State Warriors, James Harden from the Houston Rockets, and LeBron James from the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Browns.
Did you
Nope,
see
Cavaliers.
the Rockets? Did you ever go to the Toyota Center in Houston, Alex? I don't know why.
No, I looked at it briefly, but the tickets were way too expensive, and just timing didn't work out. So the only thing I've seen there was the football game. And also a couple times I want to go down there and see a college game or something like that, but just didn't work out. So for timing wise, so no, I haven't seen them play.
College
and back
atmosphere
then they weren't that
unreal.
great. I did see what's his name, the tall guy, Dwight Howard. I did see Dwight Howard at one point, and I was like, wow, he's a very big man.
You saw him like walking around, like
Well,
Starbucks?
it was also the Toyota Center before a concert, and he was inside the training facility, and so you could kind of look in and be like, "Oh man, he was just like working out with like kids or something like that." So helping
lifting
kids and
lifting kids as weights, like
just
bench
lifting
pressing
kids as weights,
bench pressing a 5-year-old.
that exactly. And so
Like Mr. Nanny style?
exactly like Mr. Nanny.
And he wore a tutu and he drank tea. Oh god. Sorry. All right. Yeah, Dwight Howard, big guy. He's got big shoulders. You ever notice that?
He does.
You notice he's
He's
strong.
very big shoulders.
He's pretty strong for an athlete.
But it's so funny how like Steph Curry's like, I don't even know how tall Steph Curry is.
He's a very normal looking person, and again,
Yeah, he's like
I say
I think
normal.
I think they said on Saturday night he's like 160 pounds or something like that.
But, oh wow.
So he's not a large man. It says he's 6'3", 190, but he looks smaller than that. He's not a big boy.
Well, he looks smaller on
Howard,
the
but he
court.
is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just like Dustin Pedroia looks like a little tiny baby when he's out on the field.
Tiny.
Little guy.
Oh, look at the little baby. Yeah.
Oh, he's a little baby daddy.
Yeah. All right. So yes, could be the Cavs and the Warriors in the final. And I don't typically watch basketball, but I would tune in. I would tune in to that to see LeBron against Steph Curry.
Yeah, I mean the series are good right now. Like Harden and Curry went at it. Not on Saturday night, but the game before that, just back and forth. You're just basketball is one of those games where a guy can just absolutely take over. And
Yeah.
that's the case if you have two guys who are MVP, finalists. They're just both insanely talented.
Who do the Hawks have that's good?
That's a good question. I couldn't name you one single player on the Atlanta Hawks. Oh, Steph Curry just became my favorite player. His birthday's March 14th. Whoa.
Whoa. Who did I find out had the birthday
Keanu.
on Dad's birthday? Oh gosh, I can't remember. Never mind. Sorry.
Recent.
I just
Good
looked
story,
up.
bro.
Great podcast.
Hey, shut up. Hey, Matt, you too. Keep it down.
Also, just so everybody knows,
Hey,
March
good
14th
job
is
all
Alex-
around, by the way.
March 14th is Alex's birthday.
Oh,
That's why
come
it's
on, man. Don't
yes.
tell people
So
that.
there's only how many shopping days until Alex's birthday?
Also, social insurance number is.
Actually,
Okay.
guys,
Okay.
this is very exciting. We're only 7 months away from Christmas Eve.
PK has the
Christmas
same
Day.
birthday as
Christmas
Dad.
Day. I meant to
Christmas
say.
Day. There you go. Which means that in less than 7 months, we will have seen Force Awakens.
That's true. Yes, we will have seen the
exciting.
Force Awakens. It's very exciting.
Now, are we going to see it again if we're all together on Christmas? Or are we just
I
gonna
imagine, unless it's like no, it's
Nope.
not gonna. No, it's not gonna be. So yeah, I'd see it again for the night.
That might be the first time I see it at all. So, yeah.
Okay, well there you go. We can open your eyes.
Like I'm a fan enough that I would see it, and then not a fan to actually like put up with any crowds whatsoever.
Put up with any crowds. Standing
Well,
room
human-
only. Standing room only for the Force Awakens.
No, but,
Buying movie
No,
tickets.
other
now
humanity is pretty terrible.
all those smelly, ugly dorks in one place.
Hey,
No.
the smelly ugly
Ugly,
dorks have.
ugly is such a smelly word.
The smelly ugly dorks have smelly ugly mothers. So,
ugly dork.
well, no, buying movie tickets now is so easy. Just do it online. You get your seats. You get your seats.
You can't always choose which seat you're in though, unless
Not
you're in
always,
those
but for-
expensive theaters.
Yeah, but for like
We have one of those here, maybe.
for most good shows, you can get. We have two downtown here in Vancouver because we're
Well, Lottie, frickin'
Lottie,
Will.
freaking da, because we're an actual city. Hey, just kidding. I like wherever you guys are from.
Yeah, you
Hey,
from
the NFL,
Dork basket.
NFL, the NHL playoffs are on, and I read something interesting that talked about how the NHL is looking at a potential ratings nightmare for their final Stanley Cup final
Because of the-
if it goes this way, if it goes Ducks against the Lightning, because the
No,
ratings
that's what I want to have happen too. That's the problem.
the ratings literally double whenever an original six team is in the final. Chicago
Interesting.
obviously is a huge market for them. New York obviously is a huge market for them. So it could go either way. They could have an all original six matchup, which Which I would prefer. I just don't want to see the Ducks get to the final. Okay, I said
Kessler?
Yeah, and I said earlier that I don't.
That's a crazy game on Saturday too.
Yeah, it was a crazy game. I didn't see the 3 goals in however many seconds.
37
seconds.
37 seconds. But that was a little nutty. And that goalie, the goalie who allows 3 goals on 37 seconds wins the game. So good for Corey Crawford. And I was watching that triple overtime the other night too. That was a little nutty. That was done at 11-something our time, which would have been, 3-something your time?
3-something our time.
5-something?
I worked at 6 the next day, and I was like, "Oh, the game just ended."
The game just ended. Oh, if I only woke up a little earlier, I could have seen the game. That's nuts.
Well, as an offshoot of that, sorry to interrupt, but my buddy Derek lived over in England for a couple of years teaching, and he was like, "Yeah, if I got up enough early for work on Monday morning or Tuesday morning, I could catch the last quarter of the Monday night or Sunday night football game." So if he got up at like 6 a.m., he could see the last quarter because it was like 5 hours time difference or 5 or 6 hours time difference. So.
There you go. Time zones, baby. Yeah.
Time zones, baby. Thanks, Sir Sanford Fleming.
Yes. Yeah. Back to the heritage moment, Sir Sanford Fleming.
Because between Halifax and Toronto, there was 5 different time zones. It was ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
That's
ridiculous. I have to make them understand, even if it takes years.
It sounds pretty threatening.
It does sound threatening.
Even if it takes years.
And guess what? He did it.
Yes, he did.
We made it, guys.
He did?
We made it.
He did. He did indeed do it. So yeah, that's the NHL.
Sorry, he's dead. He dead.
He maybe did.
He maybe
did it. What did he maybe do?
What did he maybe do? Maybe did. Maybe didn't. Yeah.
I think both things are correct. He may be dead. He is, and he maybe did, and he did. So yeah, both things correct.
Anyway, so the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. It's a good time. Hey, Letterman had his last show this past week. Do you guys see the last episode?
Did.
I recorded it. I saw it.
I recorded it, but don't have it. I haven't seen it yet.
Letterman was never really prominent in I would say our life.
So Letterman,
I would agree with that. We were not a Letterman family.
Well, we watched Leno.
We did watch Leno. That's true. I watched Leno.
Really true.
Like absolutely true. You can make your, but that's just accurate.
I watched Jaywalking every night. So when's the president who? No, it doesn't sound like Jay at all.
Please keep going though. Please.
It was better than what I could have done.
No,
surprisingly, because usually I'm so good at accents.
Yeah, but this one.
Usually I'm so good. Yeah, usually you're killing it with the accents.
Hey.
Letterman, I'll tell you what, I watched Letterman when Conan was about to take over The Tonight Show. That's what I watched in the kind of the interim. I watched Letterman. Dave was funny. He had almost had the anti-talk show, but he was doing that for a very long time, and kind of the last connection to Johnny Carson is gone from late night now. But his last show was good. They showed some classic clips, and they had a top 10 with all the celebrities, and Peyton Manning was there, and he made a big deal of that, and I didn't quite get it. And then I was like, "Oh yeah, he's
from Indianapolis,
Indiana, yeah."
Oh,
yeah.
So I don't know why Dave wouldn't go up to Peyton and slap him in the face, "You play for Denver, you jerk." Actually, no.
Well, because the Colts released him.
Oh yeah,
he had a big bonus coming due, and they weren't sure how his neck would hold up. So they had the number 1 pick, so they released him and got luck.
They got lucky.
So that would have been really neat if Letterman came up and slapped him in the face on his last night on television. Re-injured Manning's neck, and then both of them are done.
No, yeah, he was really nice to Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning I always see at...
Again, because he's a really big fan, and he won the Colts.
Oh, he's a huge fan. He's a huge fan.
Superbowl.
Just making sure. Oh, man, a huge fan.
I remember seeing Peyton on the cover of... At Five Guys Burger and Fries, you know how they have those magazine covers all over the place? They have one from Indiana.
Yeah, 5th best burger in Toledo.
I was like, why did you have to post that? Yeah, one with Peyton Manning and what's the coach's name? Tony Dungy on the cover with Jim Irsay.
T-Dunge.
I think Jim Irsay had a bottle of Jack hidden behind himself or something like that.
Oh boy. Oh.
He drinks. He drinks sometimes, guys. That was my very funny joke. About a man who drinks. That's all.
Is he not an open alcoholic, or doesn't he have?
I think
if he drinks alcohol, it's typically open. Yeah,
I think. Well, he's every time I see him, he's scarlet faced, and I don't know if that's.
There are lots of great
other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, other people,
good men out there who have scarlet faces.
Some people have a condition called rosacea. I actually saw a poster for it.
It's not what that is.
Yes, it is. Rosacea.
No, it's not.
What is it?
No, it's not.
Rosacea is a skin disease.
Yeah,
different one. Anyway.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, Will, you gotta.
I said some people.
Are you getting to anything here? By the way,
I said some people have it. I just saw a SkyTrain ad for it. It says some people have it. I didn't say anybody we know has it.
An ad for rosacea. It's funny with that stuff. An ad for rosacea. Come get it.
No, I got to where I got to. I said he was on the cover of a magazine, and he was on Letterman's last show. So Letterman's gone. Now he's done. He's retired. And
Colbert
best
is
of luck
gonna
in
be
future
going
endeavors.
there.
And Colbert is going to take over. I'm looking forward to Stephen Colbert. But you see, the thing is, the late night landscape has changed so much since Dave's day, right? It used to be pretty much. I don't know if you guys did Johnny Carson was like the guy, right? He didn't have anybody really against him unless they had somebody after him, which I think was Dave. I think Dave was like kind of the first post show, right? And then it was him and Leno for the Tonight Show, and then they split off into two shows. Right, the Tonight Show with Jay, and then the Late Show with Dave, and then
I thought when Leno got
Letterman never followed Leno.
Yeah, as soon as he lost
he
he left. He went to CBS.
Yeah, so I'm saying they did two shows, right? Yeah,
you're making it sound like NBC was
like
you get half an hour, and the other guy gets the other half hour.
It was a weird race.
He went to a different network. It was acrimonious, etc.
I'm holding up a 2 with my fingers right now, and that's not really helping for the audio show.
Or us,
yes, okay. So they did.
We can't see you.
Yeah, no, we're on camera, right? So they did the head-to-head on each network, and those shows got late shows. Conan and whoever Dave got. We eventually got Craig
Kilborn,
Ferguson.
Wasn't it?
Well, it was Kilborn and then Ferguson. Yeah. But now we got like a ton of guys on late night, right?
Which, speaking of which, this is a perfect transition to something I want to talk about. James Corden is friggin' hilarious.
I'm good. So I haven't watched his show, but he's getting like,
and he's good. You know, with that kind of Last Week Tonight thing, they put a lot of stuff on YouTube. So I haven't really seen much of the show, but I've seen a lot of the YouTube stuff.
Yeah,
Last Week Tonight, thing where
I
he
watch
reenacts.
every week. That's great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like the big whatever the big story is. Like a couple weeks ago it was chickens. And then before that, it was like fashion industry and like the judges and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but Corden's the same way. Like, have you seen the one where he reenacts all of Arnold Schwarzenegger's movies?
I didn't see the Arnold one. I saw the Tom Hanks one.
Okay, yeah. And then he has another thing he does called carpool karaoke. So he did it with surprisingly funny Justin Bieber was actually a really funny one, and a couple other ones. So yeah, I find him to be rather an entertaining fellow.
So James Corden's doing the smartest thing is he's putting it online, and all that stuff's going viral. Like I don't get to watch the show. Like I don't have time to watch the show, but I see it's on YouTube. Like I saw his first episode, and I was happy with kind of the different format. He has two guests on at once, and he kind of talks to both of them. I thought that was interesting. Like I like what they did with Seth's first set. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. A very bare bones desk and all that kind of stuff. Very kind of plain set. And they changed the entire thing. I don't know why they
made his desk out of bare bones. Like that was kind of, I don't know.
I don't know where they found all those bears to kill.
Vegans. I know.
Like I guess they have bears have a very long femur, and they make good table legs, and the rib cages are very thick. Anyway, so. And they completely changed Seth's set around. But James Corden, he's getting online, and that's like
I find him entertaining anyway. If you want to check it out,
yeah. So I'll check out more of his stuff. I think he's I don't know. I like anybody new. You know, like Trevor Noah. I don't know very much about this guy, but I'm interested to see what he does. But I'm saying that the late night landscape has like there's so many options now. There's Kimmel, which lots of people forget about until he walks out with Manny Pacquiao at a boxing fight. But there's a lot at late night, a lot more than there was in Johnny Carson's day. Speaking of things that happen late at night, I'm still doing the transitions. I'm killing it. Do you guys see the Louis C.K. finale, the SNL finale?
I have seen it.
Yeah. Yes. So
Matt, I don't think has because he's not saying anything.
He says yes.
Okay.
I've seen it.
Mary said
I missed it.
Mary says yes. So the SNL 40th anniversary season is over. What did we think of the season overall? If we can put it into an overall kind of thing. I thought
it was good, but I think it was lacking in some ways.
I think the 40th anniversary show kind of distracted them a little bit because they had like right in the middle of like this season, like the SNL seasons, from what I've heard, it's hard enough, right, to do that show, and then you throw in a 3-hour show in February, kind of right in the middle of all that. So I think maybe they were a little kind of fatigued, especially like on that home stretch. I thought they had a great show with Scarlett and a good show with Reese, and then like Louis had an okay show. I thought he was good, but like his show wasn't great.
Do you know why was it they put it in February instead of like maybe just having it be the finale?
I couldn't tell you. Probably sweep. No, because they sweep in May too, I think.
I would just one thing I wanted to touch on with SNL is that I think having Leslie Jones as a full-time cast member is a mistake. Or at least
I was going to say she missed. If anyone mistimes things, it's her.
Yeah, it's
just,
true. It's not natural for her, and it's fine. Like she can. Why not have her on Weekend Update, right? But then I feel like it was almost like, oh, you didn't like it when we didn't have any black women. Well, now we have one. Well, now we have two. We're not racist. Now there's two of them.
Yeah,
that's what that felt like to me, because I feel like Leslie Jones just like it didn't make a lot of sense for her to be in sketches.
I'll agree. She's funny on Update, and I'm sure she's a hell of a writer. Because I don't know what she writes, but in sketches, she's off. She's not a sketch player. I don't think. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, Shashir is a sketch player. She's tremendous.
She's not that much though. That's the other thing.
Yeah, that's true. Ian and I, we were watching we watched the intro, and they were introing everybody, and we're like, coming back, not sure, coming back. You know, so we're kind of going through the list. Who do you think will unfortunately not make the cut going into next season?
Sorry, one thing I really want to like, we'll definitely get to this. One thing I was confused about, I was watching the episode, and I was like, why aren't they doing anything for Kenan Thompson? Because I was pretty sure he was leaving. He's not leaving. No, he's not.
No, he's staying there forever.
There's a rumor last year that he was going to leave, but he was like, "No, I'm staying for another year."
It's funny. He's the old guy on the show. He's only 36.
That is pretty darn young.
Actually,
who's not going to come back?
Like who do we think? Obviously, this is all.
Speaking of old guys on the show, Cheryl Hammond showing up again for the cold opening was awesome.
And now he's Colonel Sanders.
Yes, he is. I guess he's going to compete with that really bad, really creepy hamburger. That's just awful. That hamburger.
I love all of that. Every aspect of that is great. Cheryl Hammond is Kentucky Fried Chicken. Anyway, it's good.
I want to see him fist fight the hamburger.
They don't go by Kentucky Fried Chicken. They're just KFC now.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, but not because they don't use chicken, folks.
Thanks, John Hamm's episode of Between Two Ferns, for teaching me that.
Will, who do you think? Get us started off there. I would be surprised if they just kind of brought Leslie Jones down to just Weekend Update.
I don't think. I'd have to take a look at the cast. I don't think Beckman is going to make it back.
Really?
That's okay. It might be a long shot. I don't know. I don't dislike him. I'm just saying like he might be expendable. I'm not sure because like I don't think there's anybody voluntarily stepping down. There's nobody big enough. There's nobody big enough for the show. They're going to be like, yes, I'm going to follow my career at whatever. I mean, Taron would be the closest thing, but he's too valuable to the show.
He's got years left.
He's got years. He's got a lot left in the tank.
And if you lose him and Beckman, you have no white men left.
That's true. No white. Well, you got Kyle, and you got.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you got Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle.
You don't have Pete Davidson though. He's vaguely ethnic.
Yeah, he is.
He's joked about that before.
Yeah, vaguely ethnic. He's so freaking young, but he doesn't look that young. He looks like
old.
kind of
that's why they mistaken him as a zombie when Norman Reedus was on the show.
Yeah, that's terrific.
Why's his skin that color? And he walks over all hunched.
So that's one of my picks. Unfortunately, I don't know if Beck's going to come back. What do you guys think? Because like not all of them are going to make it back. This is the unfortunate.
How do we know that though?
From past seasons, they can't because they need to add. Not ready for primetime players, right?
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah. I'm pretty sure they.
They're not. No one is. There's no legal obligation for them to do these things.
No, I know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just saying that in past seasons they've done 40 of them
on TV,
and I think they get new people every season. So I don't know if Beck's going to make it back, but I could be wrong. What do you guys?
Why
think?
Beck though? I don't understand that. He seems to be very serviceable and very funny in everything he does.
Yeah, but he's also very. I don't know. He's like you can take him or leave him. I think his Boss Baby is hilarious. I'm a big fan of that, and he does terrific voiceovers and all that sort of thing. But I think he's one. What do you guys think?
As long as Kyle Mooney's still there.
Yeah. See, Kyle could, but I'm hoping he stays.
Yeah,
and I hope Beck stays too. But I'm saying that they might go.
I'm trying to think of any of the girls who would leave. I mean, Shears Zameda has done very little, so I could see that too. But
yeah, but thanks. I think she's too valuable to
I'm going to
the
say
show.
a weird one, but I'll say Vanessa Bayer.
Yeah, she could go.
No.
Yeah, see, I know you
She's
don't want
fine, but yeah, I'm just trying to think of people like. There's nothing wrong with Vanessa. She hasn't
nothing
done
wrong with
anything to
any
offend
of
me
them.
personally.
Nothing wrong with any
Well,
of them.
yeah,
but
sure.
They're gonna. Well,
Like last year was easy. Last year was so easy. You're just like Brooke Whelan's gone, Noelle Wells is gone, John Elheiser's gone because they literally haven't been on the episodes. And what's his face?
Those unfortunately were
Michael
no-brainers.
Michael Bryan
Bryan
became a writer, I guess.
Yeah, and he shows up sometimes to do digital shorts. But so Matt, you keep. I mean, you keep them all. Like they're all like. Don't get me wrong. They're all very, very good. I didn't have anything wrong with the cast, except for like, we discussed maybe Leslie Jones doesn't work so well in sketches. But there's nothing wrong with any of them. You know, I'm sure they're all good people to pay their taxes, right?
Yep, that's a good people do.
Hey, I'm a big fan of the IRS. Keep it up, Erwin R. Shyster. Anyway,
is his last name racist?
Yes, probably. He's a wrestler from the early '90s who's a tax man. Do you think Vince McMahon would give him some favorable name? Erwin R. Smith.
Welcome to the new segment of the show. Is it racist or super racist?
When I was a kid, I wanted them to spell out Shyster so bad because I had no idea how you spelled that. I was like, Erwin R., I know that, but Shyster, spell it out on the screen. But they just always spell it out. Spell it out. They always spell it out. IRS.
Erwin R. Shyster coming to the ring. SCHYSTER. Erwin R. Shyster.
Erwin R. I got you right there, but the rest kind of.
The Shyster
Not
part.
so sure.
All right, so we'll keep them all. Yeah. And,
I'm sure.
Okay, keep them all. Yeah.
Or cut a scary one loose. I don't know.
Cut a scary. Who's scary?
One where you're like, oh no, what is happening?
Kate McKinnon. Cut her.
80 Bryant, go to 80.
Yeah.
Little baby 80.
Yeah, you can't cut Kate. Kate's too good.
I feel like I'm forgetting people from the cast because it seems like there should be somebody who's easy to cut, but I'm not positive.
There's not. I don't think there
there's
is.
not.
I really don't think there is.
Okay.
Oh, they should give it to Moynihan. Just kidding.
No, see, if Moynihan gets cut, we riot. I'm bringing that
But you
sign.
could see, I could see like Keenan leaving next year. I could see Bobby Moynihan leaving next year. I could see Kate McKinnon leaving. Maybe not next year, but
like,
she's just got.
You mean the year after this one?
Yeah. Not this summer, but the next one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because Kate has Ghostbusters coming up, which is big for her, and so does Leslie. So we'll see, because I haven't seen Kate. Like Vanessa Bayer is going to be in Trainwreck, right? The Judd Apatow flick.
Yes, she is.
And I haven't seen Kate in anything else other than SNL. I think Ghostbusters will be like her first.
Yeah, she hasn't really done anything else.
Kind of
like
departure
back
from
in
the
the day, I found like Kristen Wiig showing up, and I think I mentioned this before, like in Knocked Up, and kind of being that like obnoxious producer type role, and a couple other things where she just had these small roles, but like hilariously funny, and she kind of worked her way up to Bridesmaids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whereas Kate McKinnon's gonna throw right in with a starring role, and same with
in an ensemble though.
In an ensemble.
In an ensemble, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and she's obviously quite capable.
No argument here. That is an ensemble.
Everybody on the show is quite remarkable. Sorry, I sound a little bit like Lauren there. A little bit, but not at all. Hey, what do you guys think? That was a good one this week.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is there something else you want to talk about? Probably
Don't give me
not.
honest, sure. Well, I saw a movie, but we all didn't see the movie yet, so there's no point in talking about it.
What would you give it as a rating, Will? Mad Max Beyond Thunder.
I wish you didn't say the name of the movie. If we just went like, Will, what'd you think? What's your rating? And then we just never say what the movie is.
Oh, no.
Cut it out.
It's the greatest
As
movie
Joey
I've ever
Gladstone
seen.
would say,
and
cut it out.
No, it's
Wow, you didn't realize you liked Pitch Perfect 2 that much.
hey,
Wow. Oh, God. Yeah, I guess, Rebel Wilson is a revelation.
the Belltown Ballads are back, baby.
Revelation. Oh, I just got it.
See, Rebel Wilson, I heard bad things about. You know, she fired her manager as soon as she got famous. She had a manager for 10 years. She fired him right away. Like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
she's like, "Oh, I'm famous now, so I'm going to fire you.
That's just cost effective.
I'm getting rid of you." Well,
Well,
she hired her
I'm
anyway.
sure she hired another one.
I didn't know she was Reese Darby. I didn't know her and Reese Darby were the same.
I'm so mad I could swear. Don't swear, Mary.
Don't
Flight of the
swear.
Conchords. Funny show. If you haven't seen they have one very
You
good
haven't seen
season.
Flight of the Conchords from 2007.
Hey, shut up. They have one very good season, one pretty good season. And sorry, actually, I'm sorry I told you to shut up there, Matt. I feel bad.
That's okay. You can
boy.
You can shut up too.
Oh boy!
Wow. All right. It's getting real. The Whole Foods parking
far
lot.
everything here. You know what? You told me to shut up. Don't take it back. I'll just say shut up right back to you. Right back to you.
Oh, you shut up with a shut up. Hey, Tom Brady's still suspended, guys. What do you guys think?
Oh boy. Well, they wanted, what's his face to recuse himself from the case, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, the Patriots won't appeal their fine and
Which is
their
dumb.
draft pick.
They should.
They should.
All
okay.
about this is dumb. This is also stupid. I hate football. I can't wait till it's back.
I hate football. I'm never watching it again until September.
Until it's soon as
Yeah, so he's still suspended, but that's because they haven't, appealed his case or had the appeal process. So, what are we talking about here?
The moment we find out about the results of that, however, you can find Alex's probably immediate reaction on Twitter at Evonics. Is probably going to be.
Oh boy, okay.
Or you can find
EVAUGHANICS.
Or you can find Matt's at MPVaughn, MPVAUGHAN.
EMPEVON.
Nope.
LNOP.
Alex, your part. Come on. It's your turn.
Is anyone going to say?
Sorry.
Hey, come on.
I was like, I don't have anything to say. Or you can check out Will's opinion on absolutely everything you didn't really care about at William C. Vaughn. Is it at William C. Vaughn?
Yes.
Okay. I just
Hurt
reply or retweet. I don't ever type it out. Sorry. Should have rehearsed this.
Starts with a W, but anyway.
WILLIAMSEEVAUGHAN, and then 4 more N's after that.
Oh, that'd be very clever if I want to be like an actor who's like, you can William C. me in this show.
Oh boy!
Right?
Yeah. And that seems right up your alley because of wordplay. Oh, I didn't talk about Tig.
Oh, how was Tig?
Fine.
Okay.
We'll talk about it next week.
All right, we'll save Tig Notaro for next week. Also, I just want to say, Alex, you can also find us on. I know Matt doesn't use it anymore, but Instagram, all the same handles. Alex looks like CM Punk.
I do use my Instagram.
No,
do you use it? Okay.
Sure, I do. I was going to tweet something. I was going to Instagram something yesterday.
Okay.
Oh boy,
it was bike racks.
Sweet
I'll
story,
have you
bro.
know.
You didn't.
I still use it. I was going to use it yesterday.
No,
In
I
fact,
think
guys,
Alex.
I posted. Actually, you know what? I posted something on Instagram yesterday. So take that.
I think Alex looks like CM Punk in his photo, but that's just me.
I see what he just did.
that's
You
not a- that's
think I look like CM Punk?
In your Instagram photo, yeah, just with the beard and the hair. That's a compliment. He's a good-looking kid.
Yeah, I have a beard now.
Yeah, how does that feel?
I don't like having a beard. My beard hurts.
It
I don't like it. It hurts.
Oh, is that
My beard hurts. So I shouldn't yell like it's more echoey in here as I do. But, for effect. To get the Zagalifanekis effect, you must yell.
All right, that's the show. I'm sure the
Well,
music's
guys,
been playing
look forward
for
to
the
next
past
week of my
hour.
2 weeks ago review of Tig Notaro live at the Halifax Bats Feather at Halifax Middle High School.
Well, hey, it'll have more time to stew in your consciousness.
Yep, maybe I'll actually remember it. I knew I had something to talk about, but I didn't know
Well,
what.
it's a good thing you remembered it right when the show's
I know.
over. You dinkus.
Yep.
Dorcas Malorcas. All right, everybody, thanks for listening to the show. We'll try to do better next week. Happy belated birthday to at Brad the YM. And I didn't tell him on Facebook, and I'm sure he'll be happy to hear it now at the end of all things.
Celebrations with the guys. Oh, sorry, are we still going?
I was just listening to your serenade us.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you so much. Bye.
Take care.
No, don't do that.
Take care, please. If you're gonna take anything, please let it be care.
Okay. And floss once a month.
No, that's terrible.
Okay.
You get feelings.
Okay, don't floss once a month. Don't floss.
No, floss more than once a month.
Okay.
More than 12 times a year. Make it 13. You are ruining this outro.
Hey. Enhancing.
No, not enhancing. Dehancing. You're unhancing this.
Exacerbating.
No, you're not exacerbating.
Exacerbating. All right, let's kill this. Let's nip this in the bud.